Hey, sir.
So we're going to get on the record in your two cases. It's 25 SC 003801 and 25 SC 005371, both burglary cases. You are out here in court with your attorney, Ms. Wood. We have Ms. Smith for the state. And Mr. Flagg, Ms. Wood tells me that you're ready to enter a plea in your two cases. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Smith will put you under oath and go through the usual questions about your rights and some information about you. If you have questions at any point, will you let me know?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Smith?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Flagg, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give in the matter currently before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
No, I do.
Okay, the Lord. Please state your true, correct, and legal name.
What you say?
Please state your true, correct, and legal name.
My real name is Willie James Flagg Jr. That's my real name. But I'm under Derek Flagg right now.
Okay. You're the same person.
I'm the same person.
Got it. But like on your birth certificate or maybe a driver's license, it would say Willard.
Willie James Flagg Jr.
Willie. Got it. Okay.
Are you at this time taking or under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medicine?
Medicine, I take high blood pressure.
Okay. Is there any medication that you would normally take that you haven't been given this morning or this afternoon?
I had some this morning. I had medicine this morning. I had some medicine this morning. High blood.
The high blood pressure medicine?
Yes.
How old are you and how far have you gone to school?
I'm 69 years old. I graduated.
Graduated high school, college?
High school.
High school. Where'd you go to high school?
Price High.
Pardon me?
Price.
Where's that?
That's located in Southwest Atlanta.
Okay.
Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial.
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney about all of the facts and circumstances known to you regarding the charges in this indictment?
Yes, I had enough time.
Do you need more time to discuss your case with your attorney?
No.
And are you satisfied with her services?
Yes.
Counsel, are you satisfied your client has a full understanding of this proceeding?
I am.
Also, do you waive the formal reading of the indictment and any and all defects in the indictment for the purposes of this plea?
We do.
Mr. Flagg, do you remember being arrested on these charges?
Yes.
The state is unaware of any outstanding.
I was arrested on school. I was arrested on one of the burglaries.
Okay.
The state is unaware of any outstanding warrants related to these charges. Are you or your attorney aware of any outstanding warrants related to these charges?
We are not.
No.
Okay. Mr. Flagg, do you understand that this is a negotiated plea of guilty, which means that the state will recommend to the court a sentence of 15 years to serve 5 with the balance probated?
Yes.
Are you aware that the court does not have to accept that recommendation and that the court can sentence you to the maximum on each charge and can run those sentences consecutively, meaning one after another?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're placed on probation of any kind, you cannot violate any criminal laws of any governmental unit or any special conditions of probation without being subject to revocation for the balance of the sentence?
Yes.
Do you understand that this is a guilty plea, which is permanently recorded on your criminal history?
Yes.
Do you also understand that if you're charged with another crime in the future, that this plea may enhance that sentencing, including on a federal case?
Yes.
Are you currently on probation?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation may be revoked based on you entering this guilty plea today?
Yes.
Mr. Flagg, are you a United States citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that there may be other adverse or unfavorable consequences as a result of this guilty plea conviction, just as there would be following a conviction from a trial? For example, your guilty plea may affect your right to vote, the right to hold public office, the right to serve on a jury, the right to obtain a passport, or the ability to obtain employment.
Yes.
Do you also understand that by pleading guilty to a felony, you cannot use, receive, possess, transport, or own your own firearm, and that if you did, you could be charged with another felony offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses, by entering this plea of guilty? You say yes. So the court.
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up the following rights? The right to a trial by jury, the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself, the right to see and hear the witnesses called to testify against you, the right to the assistance of counsel, either hired by you or court appointed if you cannot afford an attorney, the right to the presumption of innocence, which means that the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you're guilty of these charges, the right to testify on your own behalf or remain silent, the right to present other evidence of your own and call your own witnesses, and the right to appeal if convicted of these charges after a trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are you satisfied your client understands that these are the rights they'll be waiving by entering this guilty plea?
I am.
Mr. Flagg, has anyone forced, threatened, or promised you anything to get you to enter into this guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
Okay. As to indictment number 25 SC 003801, how do you plead to count 1, burglary in the first degree, count 2, theft by taking, count 3, possession of tools for commission of a crime, count 4, theft by taking, and count 5, criminal trespass and damage to property?
Guilty.
As to indictment number 25 SC 005371, how do you plead to count 1, burglary in the first degree?
Guilty.
Is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with full knowledge of the charges against you?
Freely.
And do you feel like you understand what we've been talking about?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Good.
Do you understand that you do not have a right to appeal directly from your guilty plea? But if you believe there's an error in your guilty plea, you can apply to the appropriate appellate court to request a discretionary appeal.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Do you also understand that that must be done within 30 days from today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have only 4 years from today for a felony charge and 12 months from today for a misdemeanor charge to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Flagg. Your Honor, if this case were to proceed to trial, the state would show in the indictment ending in 3801 that on June 27th, 2025, Officer Warren of the Atlanta Police Department responded to a burglary call at Welch Street, that's Atlanta, Georgia, and also in Fulton County. When the officers got there, they saw the back door of the house that's at that location open, and the officer went into the home and cleared the location. The house was left, and the officer said, in a mess, like someone had went through every drawer that was in the home. As the officers continued to walk through the home, they were able to determine that whoever came into the house through a window through a rock at the window, gaining entry to the home. And also, they were able to speak with a neighbor who said that the incident of the defendant entering the home was caught on surveillance camera. On this day, the defendant was not arrested for these charges. However, a couple of days later, the officers were canvassing the area where they saw the defendant. And because of a burglary that happened a couple of days before this, which is the other indictment, they were able to identify the defendant, Mr. Flagg, as being the person who entered the home of this victim to steal the copper out of her home. And those are the facts of the case in the indictment ending in 3801. For the facts of the case of 5371, if this case were to proceed to trial, the state would show that on June 23rd, 2025, Officer B. Citizen of the Atlanta Police Department was dispatched to Welch Street, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, occurring in Fulton County on a burglary call. When the officers got there, they were met by Miss Logan Thread, who was the victim in this case, who stated that she left her home. She was advised by a neighbor, Mr. Dwayne, that an unknown male had entered her property the same day she left around 2:30 p.m. She stated that once she got this call from the neighbor, she called the police officers and let them know that someone uninvited was in her home. It was determined that the defendant, Mr. Flagg, entered the home through a crawl space, went inside of the home and took the copper out of an AC unit that was in the home. Also, in this case, Your Honor, there was a camera on the home that was able to show Mr. Flagg being the one going into the house to take the copper out of the home. At this time, the warrants were placed for Mr. Flagg. The neighbor that initially told the victim in this case that someone had entered her home was able to identify Mr. Flagg as being the same person that was shown on the video footage of the person walking into the victim's home and stealing the copper. At this time, the warrants were issued for the defendant, and he was arrested for the charges we have before us. And those are the facts of the case, with the indictment ending in 5371 regarding
Both on Welch Street.
both on Welch Street.
Okay.
Yes. Regarding the negotiated plea between the state and defense, we're asking for a global offer in this case of 15 years to serve 5 with the balance probated, with the condition that the defendant complete RSAT while he's in prison. Regarding the special conditions of probation, we're asking for the restitution to be reserved. We have confirmed the amounts for one victim, but not the other. So we're asking for that restitution to be reserved, for the defendant to stay away from the victims, stay away from the incident locations, for the defendant to complete an anti-theft course, and for him to be gainfully employed. And that's all from the state, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. In terms of criminal history, it sounds like 43 cycles. And then I have a recidivist notice that lists 12 convictions to include 7 earlier burglaries.
I got 7 burglars.
Okay, we've got the same count. 6 or 7. I mean, I counted 7 on there, but I may have miscounted. Plus some other things, but that's not what this case is about. Okay, thank you. Ms. Smith, before I turn to Ms. Wood, there is a recidivist notice filed. That makes for a different sentence. So I'm curious if you are withdrawing it for purposes of this plea or leaving it in place, if it's A and C, or just one of the letters, or none of the above.
Yes, Your Honor, we're withdrawing under A, but not C.
Okay, got it. Understood. Ms. Simpson, is Mr. Flagg still on probation for any of his cases?
He is still on probation for docket 14 XC 126264.
That's probably why that one was spelled out. Okay.
And he has 5 years, 10 months remaining.
And since that's a 14 SC case, these would both be bases to revoke.
Yes, Judge, but that was held with Judge Squall in August of 2020.
Oh, and he already did whatever he was going to do
Yes, Judge.
for both cases.
I see the 14. Because that is the only case that he is on probation.
Oh, when I say both cases, meaning he was revoked in the 14 SC case for both. Got it.
Yes.
I just don't want to leave something hanging for Mr. Flagg where he needs to come back and deal with things. We should try to. Okay, understood. Thank you. Now, Ms. Wood.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Flagg is 69 years old. As you heard, he's a lifelong Atlanta resident. He is a high school graduate. He does have a sister who lives here in the metro area. Judge, he has been in custody since last summer, June 27, 2025. We would ask that he gets credit for all of that time. Your Honor, we are asking for him to receive residential treatment. I did speak with Ms. Simpson because I can't remember how it works when you're wrapping it into a regular prison sentence. I think it can be recommended by the court, so we've asked for that. It's our belief that this all stems from self-medicating and everything that's related to that. And we had tried earlier in my representation of Mr. Flagg, my office, we were hoping to find a program so that we could do this, maybe not negotiate in a different way. And unfortunately, given some of his history, we were unable to place him.
Right.
And he also wanted me to ask the court, I know that you cannot make the Department of Corrections do anything, but he wanted me to request the court to maybe recommend that he be able to participate in a transitional center or work program towards the end of his sentence, if possible.
Sure. Those are all fair requests and would make sense if you're doing well in terms of taking care of yourself and staying out of trouble, which I suspect you will, in the Department of Corrections. Those would make sense. Mr. Flagg, do you have anything you want to add to what Ms. Wood has shared?
No, sir.
Is there a drug or a substance that you have struggled with in particular at this time in your life, or you just were hustling for copper?
No, cocaine was my,
Okay. How long have you struggled with cocaine?
ooh,
Long time.
over 50 years.
That's a long time. Ever received treatment?
So I never had treatment. I done asked the court in the past, could I get treatment? They won't give me treatment. They say I'm not qualified for no kind of programs or nothing. I knew I had a program or nothing.
Two different things. I don't know about the qualified, as in you don't need it. I think you need it.
I
but
need it.
You picked up a conviction a long time ago that makes it hard to put you into programs
No.
because and so we don't need to go there, but it's a collateral effect, as we call it, of you've done your time for that and you've moved on and what happened was bad. But this carryover effect is now when people look at, okay, let's learn about Flag. Oh, that happened. He can't be in this program. And that may seem unfair, but they need to draw some pretty bright lines just to be safe. And you may be 100% safe now, but if this had been just 2 years after that other situation, you could understand why a program would say, let's not have Mr. Flag in this group. So unfortunately, that's denied you the opportunity to get some of the treatment you need. I'm hopeful that the Department of Corrections will step up because you won't be denied there. There are going to be people who are working through situations far worse than yours, and they get treatment as well. So, Mr. Flag, I find there's a factual basis for both these cases. You were breaking into houses. You weren't hurting people, but you were taking stuff that wasn't yours, and that is very intrusive, and it scares people. And frankly, these are your 8th and 9th burglary convictions. So it's time to get you moving in a different direction. You still have years left too, so I hope this works. I also find that your pleas are knowing and voluntary, meaning you've understood what we talked about, and no one's forcing you into the plea. Any questions thus far?
No, sir. No
Okay.
question.
Ms. Wood, can someone in my office sign both the indictments for you?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Smith?
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Flag, can we put your signature on both of the indictments indicating your guilty pleas?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I will follow the joint recommendation in the two cases. I'm sentencing you as a recidivist under subsection C. And for, where did the indictments go? In the case ending in 801, the sentence as to count 1 is 15 years to serve 5. For 2, 3, and 4, it's 5 years to serve, and 5 is a misdemeanor, so that's 12 months to serve, and they'll all run at the same time. So that's 15 to serve 5.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Under the statute, I know that once he gets over 4 burglaries, it can't be suspended or probated. So I was going to ask for count 1 to just be a 5 years to serve, unless you do it.
Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I didn't realize that.
The 4th or subsequent convictions cannot be probated or suspended, so.
Okay.
whatever we give is what it is.
We're going to build your sentence in a different way. So I'm going to start over again. Count 1 is 5 years to serve. Count 2 is 5 years consecutive to count 1, but it's probated. Count 3 is 5 years consecutive to count 2, but it's probated. That gets us back to 15 to serve 5. 5 to serve, 5 probation, 5 more probation. Count 3 would be 5 to serve concurrent with count 1, and count 5 is a misdemeanor. That's 12 months to serve concurrent with count 1. Same sentence, 15 to serve 5, just different building blocks. In your other case, the case ending in 371, it's 1 count and it's burglary. I'm sentencing you to 5 years to serve. That will run concurrently with your sentence in the other case. I need to set a condition or 2 of probation in the case ending in 801 because you will have some probation when you get out. Number 1 is stay away from Welch Street. You just got to not be on Welch Street. You can be other places in Atlanta, but not there. And number 2 would be that you submit to a drug and alcohol abuse evaluation. And if that expert, a doctor or a therapist, recommends any treatment, then you get that treatment. I'm hopeful you'll get treatment while you're in custody. But if for some reason you don't, let's start applying it when you get out and you are on probation. I will recommend to the Department of Corrections 2 things. One, that you participate in their residential substance abuse treatment program. That's intensive drug treatment. I can't make them do it, but I hope they evaluate you for that. And number 2, that they consider you, if you do well with RSAT, to participate in some workforce transitional programming at the end, where you might end up at Metro reentry. They call it Metro reentry, where the last bit of time you're in, they're getting you ready to hit the ground running, as opposed to I'm back home, I have no support, and I'm going to go to my own ways. So I hope they listen on those things. Do you have any questions about any of that?
No, sir, I have no questions, sir.
All right, Ms. Wood, anything else for Mr. Flagg?
No, Judge, thank you.
And Ms. Simpson, we don't need to do it with a revocation because Judge Swall handled that. All right, anything, Ms. Smith?
Yes, really quick, on the indictment ending in 3801, count 4 is a misdemeanor.
Oh, okay.
So that.
The dollar value was such that it's a misdemeanor?
What is this? Yeah, the jail.
Okay, then that needs to be 12 months. So count 4 is also 12 months to serve concurrent with count 1. We still get to the 15 through the first 3 counts, and then we have 2 misdemeanors. Okay, thank you for catching that, because they would have just bounced it back.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Mr. Flagg.